Men are supposed to be strong. That's what society has told us for generations. Even as society's expectations have gradually changed, many men still try to remain stoic, even when they experience a deep personal loss. Understanding how men grieve can help men understand their own emotions and help those who love them to provide the support they need in a difficult time. Grief is a unique experience. It is unique to each individual. Every loss that individual encounters is experienced differently. When we think of grieving, most of us consider sadness and crying to be typical. But there are many symptoms of grief. For men used to hiding tears, other symptoms can be more common. Join us on today's episode of Simply Gents as we explore how men deal with loss in this polarized society.
How do you handle loss as a man? And someone would say, what kind of loss? I mean, all kind of loss. Yeah. We're talking about loss of a parent, loss of a loved one, loss of someone who's become really close, just emotional loss, loss even of money, guys. You can get... And maybe there's the deal you didn't put in money, but then there's...
It's life-changing,
You put your money in. You've invested. There's a lot of...
Everything.
You've invested your life savings because it made sense. And then all of a sudden, gone. So how are we supposed to handle loss, guys?
Iman,
Yeah, it's difficult.
have you handled with loss?
Yeah, loss of affection. Yeah.
Hey, loss of affection.
That one is a killer in relationships, eh?
Yeah.
It just happens. It comes. But what I've also learned is like love is seasonal in a way. You don't love the person every day. Some days you don't feel it, but you have to handle it well. When you
No, but then this wait, it's a thing of it's lost.
It's gone.
It's gone.
But you still want it.
Yeah, it's gone. A pastorina.
You wake up today, you're kissing your girl, you go out, you think everything's okay.
You come back.
You come back in the house, everything's gone, including your girl.
especially when a woman is fed up, there's nothing that you can do about it.
But now you're emotional about it, right?
Yeah, true.
But then
you're emotional about it.
I'll say this though. When it's a loss of affection, it just doesn't happen overnight. It's mostly a series of events that lead to
that
someone.
Pushes it.
The telltale signs.
Because I know women are patient. Most women are patient. They will tolerate it. And panos la love. I'm stretcher. So it's not like angumuka. It's a series of events that lead to them losing their affection. But that's not what we are talking about. We're talking about now dealing with it after it's gone.
Because I agree with you that, a lot of times, I think what happens for any human being or any person, especially when it comes to loss, is you need to learn to accept your part in everything.
Take responsibility, yeah.
Take responsibility. So I grew up in a family, small family, 5 of us, mother, father, 3 kids. And losing my mother was...
How old were you?
I was pretty old. I think 3-4 years ago, so I was getting to my 30s.
Okay.
And so, for me, what got to me is that my mother was the person who taught me how to love.
Right.
How old are you, though?
Huh? No, hear me out. My mother taught me how to love because I could sit down and what sucks about loss is the realization that you can't get that back. Or you can't get that person back.
Right.
I would sit and, like, if I went through emotional problems, if I went through financial problems, if if I just needed advice, I would actually call my mother and be like, Mom, this is what's up. And all the time after talking to my mother,
You'd feel better.
solutions will come.
Exactly.
I'll feel better.
Maybe she
I
will
would
give you
feel-
solutions, but the fact that you
She
spoke to her.
she gives me affirmation. So even now I know what type of person I want is I want someone who can give me affirmation. They always say you will marry someone who is like your mother, or the women will marry someone who's like their father. I know the type of person I want to be loved by because of the love that my mother showed me even to the end when I was older. It's not bad to appreciate. But you know, when we're growing up as boys and we're told, don't be soft, I cried my heart
Yeah.
out.
Actually, I wanted to ask, like, you said it's been like 3 years. Like, how did you deal with the grief or the loss? How I'm looking for the right question to ask here, but I think it's how did you deal with the loss?
For me, it wasn't easy, and it's still not easy. There's a void that's gonna be there, but I think what humanity has done by giving us, and I'm not saying this as a heathen, but Christianity and believing in God does help a lot because you have a belief that there's gonna be another day where we're gonna meet. Basically, if you've lost somebody or you lost someone so close to you, there's a lot of dismay, disparity, and sadness. It's very important to make sure that you find some center, and normally a lot of times, like how for me it really did help, was your relationship with God. That will help you have more of an understanding of things, how life is transient, how things can travel. But also you can understand that you will meet each other in the better place. That's what we always are taught in our religions, and the place of heaven or purgatory is something that could be where you find peace.
Right.
And also, if I live my life right, we're definitely going to meet because my mother was an exemplary person. She was strong in the Catholic Church, right? But she also tried to cultivate growth in everyone else's lives, and I now need to make sure I do that. So that also becomes a comforting aspect to say, if I can do things as she did, vicariously, then there's some part of me being.
You said vicariously.
Well, she vicariously. Well,
Hey, vocabulary. Man.
Oh, my goodness.
Vocabulary. Okay, I mean,
vicariously, she can be with me, and also all the memories I have are the things that should keep me going.
Yeah.
So sometimes, it's okay to cry.
Yeah, it's good. It's fine.
We told us guys, Muruma Achemi. I hubbed. I cried because it was a destruction of me.
right.
You never want to look at something like that. Even when I've lost friends.
I was gonna take it there. I wasn't gonna say friends though. I remember when I lost. There's a particular relationship in my life that I lost that changed everything.
Okay.
Yep.
As a relationship.
A relationship, a proper relationship where when you think you've arrived,
Okay.
it's like, you know what, this is it.
This is what I want.
You've taken this girl, she's met your mother, and your mother loves her.
Yeah.
Your father loves her. Your family, her family loves you. The mom adores you.
100%.
Like everything is making sense. It's not perfect, but it's making sense.
Yeah.
But when it ended, I remember it was towards my birthday. It was in July, towards my birthday. Bro, it was the worst thing I've ever gone through. Like I'd never gone through like.
Did it take you by surprise, or that you know it was gonna come?
Well, I saw it coming, but I didn't want it. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
it's one of those like it's a Titanic. It's like, when the Titanic hit that thing, the iceberg, the ship was gonna sink. But some people were moving furniture from where there is water to where there is not water already.
Yeah.
But eventually,
You're trying to delay the inevitable.
exactly. So that's what happened. I delayed the inevitable until when it happened. I didn't want it to happen, but it kind of happened. It left me with that self-doubt. Like I remember on my birthday, people sent me messages on some, yo, Tasenda, you're killing it. You're doing well. You're bro.
You were numb inside.
Dude, I was just like, what are these people talking about? Bro?
Yeah. Like, I don't see it.
I couldn't understand.
Yeah,
Because in
yeah.
my mind, the one person that I wanted to tell me these things wasn't there anymore.
True.
Because this girl worshipped me, bro. Because I was also coming from a relationship where I wasn't being treated as
As good as you want.
as good as I thought. You know when you don't know, right? You know what I mean? Like, you're just there. But then this girl just came into my life, worshipped. Dude, I could say this chick would drink the water of bath, bro.
Because she idolized you. She saw
She
everything.
idolized me, bro.
She put you on a pedestal.
Baba.
Baba.
Then it
Jeez.
ended, my G.
But who was it for? Like,
That didn't really matter at that point.
Okay.
Like, it wasn't really a thing of who was at fault. I think it was a series of, we were not,
Gelling.
maybe, yeah. There are certain things that we were not agreeing to.
oh, okay.
I can
know,
relate to that because
right?
I also went through a breakup as well.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I'm back to not knowing. I didn't know what to do with my life. Because I was used to Fridays, I'm seeing my chick. Saturdays, we're doing this. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Like, I had a schedule.
She was part of you.
She was part of my life.
So, but don't you find it weird? Like, this is, we always say boys have got each other's backs and everything. But during that time period when you're going through that pain of that loss, confirm you had some friends, guy friends, who were like, brah, it's just a chick, get another.
Dog. I
Doesn't
remember.
But they're like, why are you crying over? Like,
Yep, I remember this homie of mine, but he was out of the country. He's still out of the country. So I told him, he's like, bro, shadagwa. Like, manje, boo. Let me link you up. Started sending pictures, bro.
It doesn't work, right?
Like, dog. Don't send me pictures of these girls. I mean, they were fine though.
Yeah.
But I didn't want that, dog. I just,
Yeah, at that particular
I
time.
don't want that.
Yeah, yeah.
so what happens exactly? Man, tell me.
It took
what,
me-
what happens? Like, literally, people will be like, yo, she's gone. What they say? The playing field is open.
Dude.
There's so many fish in the sea.
You don't see nothing.
You won't,
right?
you won't see any fish, boys.
Yeah, I remember. Is it last November? Me, I also went through like a breakup. Yeah, it was nasty, man. I was living with the person. No, we weren't married, but we had issues like she had issues like trauma.
She
Cultural.
was also dealing with some things that she was.
Yeah, she was. So that was a breakup reason, trauma and also cultural difference, because she's white, and Isuzu, my boy, we take it. So when she's talking about, when I was a kid, this happened. My previous relationship, the guy was a narcissist. I'm like, am I a narcissist? Just take it easy, focus on us. So for a year, by just saying that, she will make you feel like, she'll feel rather, you are pushing her away. You don't
And
want to
you're
listen
not
to her,
taking
you're not
her
accommodating.
feelings seriously.
But for us guys, it's like, yay, get over it. We are here now. Why are you thinking about the other guy? So that was our fight. So eventually it led to us losing each other. So it's like, okay, I'm going to deal with my trauma, then I'll come back. But there is no guarantee that she's going to come back. So me being me, I'm like, okay, I'm going to be patient. Initially, I tried to make it work. I'm like, okay, let's deal it
Let's deal with it together.
Yeah, let's do it together. Then she's like, no, it doesn't work, considering we tried, because it's been like 8 months. Then the next thing, she's like, okay, let me go on my own. I tried for 2 weeks, taking her out for dinner, flowers, blah, blah, blah. But it didn't work, man. Then eventually...
And how did that leave you? Like,
Exactly,
after
how did that
all
make you
effort,
feel?
and then what? Then what happened? I mean, how did it feel?
I was broken.
But you couldn't tell anyone else, huh?
It was obvious. Everyone could tell.
Yeah.
This guy is gone.
You're just-
We even had a guy's trip. We went to Blawayo, with my friends.
Good place, though.
Yeah. So it was, when guys travel.
And when you're in that state, Mdaraga, sometimes you're just in the club holding your bottle and your glass.
And just staring into the air.
like,
Hey man, what we books, we have 3 chicks, man.
and nothing
And
happened.
they came over to Smokehouse with dinner, drinks, cocktails, what. Then, but nothing. I
Nothing.
couldn't see anything. Eventually, I slept on the couch.
Eesh.
Yeah, it was
In the club?
It was so bad. No, I mean,
Okay. I was just like,
I
you
was
slept on the
like,
couch.
"Whoa."
the B&B.
I was like, what? But guys, you know that, like, what's crazy is, and forgive me for bringing us to there. Do you know that, like, even if you lose somebody, like, let's say you break up with somebody and you're emotional about that person, because people think men aren't emotional. We are very emotional at times.
Yeah, we are.
You loved this person, and then you break up. Do you know that it can't get up?
Wow.
No. And
Yeah, for some time, it
no,
can't.
And
It won't.
some people don't understand what will be happening. Like sometimes when you literally go to the doctor or whatever and get advice about some of these things, emotional
You'll be broken.
Broken, bro.
you'll be broken, right? So your mental
Because there's a link as well.
capacity- Yeah, so people I think there's need to be able to identify those things, right? And then remember, because remember, I'll give you an example. John has 6 girlfriends. Well, let's not go too far. He has 3 girlfriends. From those 3 girlfriends, there's one that he really loves. And the others just, the other 2, they're smart, the other one is more fun. John gets caught by the one he really loves. And the one he really loves does not take nonsense. And she's like, I'm out. She leaves.
Yeah, nothing is going to happen with the rest of them.
Those other 2
They're
are going to suffer.
They'll suffer.
Because John is lacking emotionally.
Yeah.
Because John is now destroyed. And I think what happens with us men is we try and mask our pain.
Yeah, true.
There's a lot of times when I lost even a girl I adored.
I was about to ask, dude, because I know there's a story. There's an engagement in there. What happened, dude? Like, take me through the whole thing. Now, I really, maybe not why, but I want to understand the process. You have 2 engagements.
No, I have 2 instances.
Okay. Hey.
No.
All right.
no.
I want to
I've
start
been
with the
engaged
engagement, right? Where I don't want to talk about the reason why you broke it off. I want to talk about what happened after. How did that make you feel? Maybe we need to talk about the how, why, because I think it contributes to how you felt as
The
well.
how, why is not my proudest moment.
Okay. Or it was a you thing. It was a you problem.
I think I led it to get to that stage. We tried to piece things together. And
How long have you guys been together for?
wow. I think we got to about 3-4 years. And I made bad decisions in my life. Lost money.
You
But
lost
also-
money and lost an engagement after.
Lost money. No, it wasn't about the money. But I also lost, I think, the respect she had for me.
Hey,
Because
that's the
of
worst,
bad
dude.
decisions I had also made. And also out of venting in our relationship, I did interact with an ex. And those messages were found. And then, you see, a lot of things, I've learned to take ownership of what I did.
Was it just interaction? It was more than that.
No, it was
good
just
question.
interaction. It was just interaction. But
Okay.
there's always a doubt that's being created. Because she's lost that trust in me. See, loss. She's lost that trust in me. So it's always going to be an assumption that maybe he did
You
actually
did
do
something, and it's going to be very difficult because it's
what
an
I
ex,
mean?
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And it was crazy in that I thought I could have brought things back together until I realized there's not that same reciprocation. So, when they say, when the Joker says to Batman, how long can you be a good guy? And you can be a good guy till you end up becoming a villain.
Right.
You know what I mean? Not those words, but something like along those
Yeah,
lines.
no, I get that.
So, as well, she stuck through it. She also said, no, let's keep going. Let's try and fix things, until she had resentment for me. And I was like, this is not it. I can't do this. I was the one who actually said, let's call off the engagement. Do I regret it?
No, maybe. You probably regret the things that led
I regret how the things that came and destroyed our relationship.
Okay.
But I just didn't want to be with someone who didn't love me anymore.
Okay.
It's sad in that a lot of factors can happen where you think you're on top of the world, or you think you're on top of your game,
Right.
yet you're not. You're not in focus of how to make things work. But learning to humble yourself or humble the situation, and then learn to say, okay, realign. reevaluate,
re-strategize,
start over.
over.
That's the thing that we need to learn as men. Because
Yeah.
even when you lose, look, I went through it all. I went through losing money. I had lost a loved one. I lost a relationship, all in almost the same space
Hey,
of time.
that must have been hard.
Yeah.
There was not like, I don't think there was more than 3 years between those things happening. But
And I liked what Iman said. We talked about friends taking him to skies and all of that. People talk about losing relationships, losing money, losing investments, but no one really talks about losing friends. Especially if they're those type of friends that you've been, with for a minute.
Oh, yeah.
You know? Have you ever lost a friend before because of one thing or the other, whatever it is?
Yeah. Okay, with death, that's the inevitable, right?
That's inevitable.
Yeah. But when it comes to like relationships as friends, yeah, I have lost a couple of guys. It happens sometimes.
But how?
Like
'Cause-
there used to be this friend of mine. We used to be very close. He's a medical doctor. He was like my best friend at the time. But because of other issues, like in life, sometimes
Our values change.
We are in competition sometimes in life.
I was about to say,
we don't
those
realize
things.
that we are competing against each other, or sometimes we are friends. But as soon as they realize maybe you've got a certain advantage or something that
You've gotten to maybe acquire these things, and they haven't, or
they haven't.
yeah.
So sometimes it leads to you guys fighting each other or getting jealousy over each other.
And the next thing you're not even hanging out.
Backbiting.
Especially
Bad-mouthing as well.
The backbiting is the worst.
Yeah.
Because you hear certain things from your closest friend, and then
Those are akataura.
and
So even, can you also lose respect? Like,
Bro.
the people mutual respect can be lost.
Right.
yeah.
I lost a friend about 1.5 years ago. This dude was my ride or die. Like we've been friends since we were like the 5th grade or something. We went to high school together. We went to different varsities, but we were still boys.
Still in touch.
And when that happened, because I made the decision to excuse myself from the situation because it was becoming very toxic. I had to make that decision. Say, yo, listen, you're my boy. I love you, but I can't be in this situation. And I remember even our parents asking, like his parents also asking, like, yo, what's up? Like the mom would even call me, yo, you haven't been to the house. And my mom would call him as well. Yeah, what's the story?
Going on?
My mom would ask me, cool, how far? But, it's very difficult to explain your longest friend. How do you even explain it? But I remember when it happened, it's like you've lost a brother. Because this dude, we've been through the craziest together. But I had to, you know what I'm saying? I had to tell myself that, this is not benefiting me. There's no self-growth there. There's no, I'm not growing in any way. Rather, it was sinking me, but I had to make that decision. And even up to now, there are things that happen in my life, and I just want to text him. You know what I mean? Like, bro, this what's going on, dog. Oh, yo, guess who I met today? But I feel like it's done.
It's done.
Yeah. All right, so the loss of a friend. I think it's one of the biggest losses I've had to experience over the past, let's say, 5 years. It's the one thing that will hurt you for a long time because you have so many memories, especially if they're like that person that you've always been friends with for a while. So for me, it was so bad that like I say, sometimes that I feel like I need to text them, I need to call them, but I can't because of how the friendship ended. But it's the worst thing ever. I know so many people talk about it, but guys also go through that. There are friends that we value the most because of what they bring. But then there are certain instances where what they're bringing is not really what you subscribe to. But still, it doesn't make the loss any easier because you would have made the decision yourself. So it was... Yeah, it still hurts even up to now. I hope maybe one day we'll get to a point where we reconcile. I would want that. I hope. I really, really hope.
when people think that when you make a decision to walk out or step out, there's no form of loss there. But it's actually even more, because you have to make the grown decision to say, I'm stepping out.
Yeah.
I can't do this, but I want to hold on to this. I want to hold on to my friendship. I want to hold on to this scenario, this situation, because I'm looking for the best part of it. You're looking for the best. You look for the best things out of the West. You know what I mean?
And you try to weigh the good and the bad. You're like, but the bad is not, it's not that bad. You know what I'm saying? But
I can handle this.
I can handle this, but sometimes it really is that bad. You
Because
know what I mean?
the toxic friends are many, especially in.
But it hurts, bro.
So I mean, we try and recoup or recover the loss with something like that can actually be toxic. You know, you can have people who end up becoming nymphomaniacs or alcoholics or drunkards or smokers because they're trying to cover a loss, a fill a void.
100%.
Yeah.
But you know what? We've spoken about grief, losing friends, losing loved ones. There's a certain group of loved ones that I haven't personally experienced it. But has anyone ever lost a child? Has anyone ever lost? It may not be like through death, but it could be like a relationship. It could be time. It could be, it could be anything to do with your kids.
But yeah, I went through, you know, when you're getting through separation and divorce. So there's that point in time where now you have to live separately. So now you're used to doing the school runs. You're used to waking up with your kids, coming to wake you up. You know, doing those, you know, playing with the kids and stuff like that.
Now you don't have it anymore.
Now you no longer have that. Man, it kills you. There's a time when I really, you know, I married very young. So there's a time when I wanted out because I wanted to explore and have fun. But when I eventually got that,
It's not what you really wanted.
yeah, I figured out, I made a mistake. That's when I was asking, who was at fault? Because sometimes we lose, yes, we face loss, but sometimes it's our fault. Yeah, it's on us. Yeah, it's like in that situation, it was totally on me when we were going through that divorce thing, and then I couldn't even interact with my kids as much as I used to. So yeah, it killed me.
What's the situation like now? Have you managed to resolve it? At least find common ground where you
Gain
can
time with
also.
your kids. Yeah.
You know, you can, but it's different already. Remember, you are waking up next to they're coming over to the bedroom. You're waking them up. You're gonna, you know, it's every day. Like
Right.
you're taking them for bed and stuff like that. So you start to think, okay, all these things, it's not gonna happen as much. Yes, they can visit over for a weekend.
But it's not the same anymore.
It's never the same.
And you will
It's
see
never.
there are certain changes. I'm only trying to picture the situation where there are certain moments that you're probably going to miss, you know, because you're not as involved. They're not going to tell you about their day, what they were doing at school, what sports they're. That you can't just put it all in a day or a weekend.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
You can't.
You're missing out on a lot of things.
And I actually failed to handle it well, Because sometimes when I'm going through that, I actually went through depression because of that situation.
Oh man.
Yeah, it was so bad.
Oh man.
Yeah, so once in a while, yes, I try to make it work. And you know how it happens sometimes. It's like a ripple effect. When you lose one thing, you also lose the other. So I actually lost, not a job as such, but I can't work when I'm depressed. So I crash.
Exactly. And then now it affects everything about your life.
Yeah,
you know
so
what I mean?
then being an entrepreneur, it meant that I had to cut off certain things that I was used to doing. I wasn't going to work anymore. Yes, I would do certain jobs, but not everything.
And then when you're not working as much,
it means
you're
your income.
losing money.
Exactly.
Guys, that's a big loss.
So I lost a lot of things in the same time. I lost a wife. I even lost my, what can I say, the affair that I was in. I even lost that chick because I had planned to marry her, but I actually lost that. And then I also lost my job in a way because I couldn't function. Yeah, so I lost money.
And tell me about that loss of money, my guy, bruh.
It's crazy because already you're depressed that you are going through stuff. And then now you don't even know where to start from.
And you don't even have anything to console you with. Because money sometimes consoles you. People say money can't buy love, but I think money can buy something that looks like love.
Even let's say I want to see the kids. How do I see the kids without money? Because you need to take them out. Yes, you can see them for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, but you want to spend the day with them.
Yeah.
You want to take them out. You know what they're used to. Sometimes you can't even do that. So it means now. So basically, it means it's going to take me 3 weeks to see them now, instead of going to see them every weekend.
Confirm when you lose money, guys. Hey!
When you lose money, dude, you lose respect for yourself. Not even other people respecting you. For you look at yourself, you're just like, don't be mualet. Like just, you know this, that self-confidence, and you lose respect. Self-confidence is, because I'm not gonna lie to you guys. As much I don't care how confident you are, but it's not big. Personal big panonets.
So I'm sorry, I was just winded by remembering how much I felt insignificant when I lost money. No, when you don't have a steady income, or you don't have money coming into you, and you're like,
what must happen now?
I mean, what?
And then?
And then what must happen? You know, so like for me, it's like a lot of things that money does, it activates or enables a lot of things for you to do.
100%.
You being a man, you realize that you can actually provide for someone, or you can provide into
for
someone's
yourself.
life for yourself. You kind of have this gratification, like I'm more of something, I'm more of somebody. But then all of a sudden, you can't afford it. In this world, money talks, money talks, rubbish walks.
Right.
So every time you think of even right now, if I wasn't making some form of comfort for myself, I don't even think I would be participating in this conversation with gentlemen, because I'll be like, is what I'm saying valid? You start second guessing yourself,
dude.
You start saying, what if they ask me, where's the evidence? Show me the evidence that you can do this.
And the thing is, sometimes because of you're self-aware that you don't have much in your bank account or your pocket, like you're saying, Guti, there's that self-worth that kind of diminishes, or it's less, because you know down Amari. Maybe you guys don't even know that I'm broke, but the fact that I know it, dude, I don't have money. I think money is that one resource that is sometimes overrated and sometimes underrated. But the availability of money is nice. Let's not even lie to each other. And you realize that there are certain, which can be a filter as well. Having money and not having money. Like, there are certain people that you surround yourself with because you have money. And there's some people that you won't have because you don't have it. Especially when you start with having it, or even vice versa, where there are people that never used to talk to you, they never wanted to hang out with you. But the fact that they see that you're making moves, you start getting those random calls. If you've noticed, most entrepreneurs, businessmen, they answer the phone every 2 seconds because people want to be associated with them, because of what they have, because of what they bring, because of the value they have, and because of the money that they have. So yes, money really is important.
And when you lose the ability to the way if you lose the ability to can.
Right, the ability to can. I like that.
You lose the whole ability. You actually wake up in bed not wanting to wake up. You have to learn to walk again. You have to rehabilitate yourself.
Because the ability to maneuver.
Yeah, because you can't move. You can't move. Because today you say, guys, now I'm not feeling like drinking with you. Let me just go elsewhere.
You'll be stuck.
You can't even make a decision of where you're going.
You don't want to be
guys
that
who
guy.
come and pick you up and take you to where.
Imagine.
And the thing is, you don't want to be that guy that's always asking for transport. You know? No, I'm not saying we should all have a car.
But
can you pay for your cab back home? do you have that 15 bucks that's going to take you home?
It's gonna
You
be
don't.
more expensive.
I want a man. It's mad, bro.
Sometimes you want to go out. Sometimes you're tired. You want to have the opportunity and
To
the
have an
choice.
option.
To have an option to say,
To say no, I'm
going
not
to sleep. I'm
because
going to sleep.
I just don't want to. Do you know what I mean?
or being told to sleep when you don't want to sleep.
Right, dude.
Fire club is firing.
But if you compare losing money, losing a relationship, I think losing a relationship is the worst though. I don't know. It depends.
You know what I can do? You know what I can do?
But have you ever been in
I
a
will lose a
situation?
relationship
I would
and I'll hug money.
I'll just.
But have
I'll
you ever
take
been in
money.
a situation where you've got the money, but the person that you really want doesn't want anymore?
It's a better
Have you
pay.
ever been in a situation where the person that you really want, you're losing the person that you really want
But you need
because
money
you
to
don't
get
have
there.
money?
But you know,
Because you don't have money.
Okay, I've been in that situation before where you're fighting with your girlfriend because you know she's got needs and stuff like that.
But you have the money.
But no, you don't have the money. And then she goes, but she'll come back.
No.
Eventually.
If she comes back, my friend, don't take her back.
Oh, dealing with loss is quite painful sometimes. It's something that you can't control, especially when you lose your loved ones. But when you lose a relationship, it's something that you can deal with because it's not the end of the world. Because sometimes what goes around comes around. Especially when it comes to relationships. I always have this perception where, let's say you lose a girl because, especially when it comes to things like, cheating, maybe because you don't have money, eventually they will come by. But there are situations where, like in my case, where you've lost your marriage and now you no longer live with your kids. Like now they relocated to the UK and it's quite difficult now to deal with that because now it means travel and all that. But at the end of the day, we will meet up. So dealing with loss, it's quite painful, but at the end of the day, there's always light.
Do not take her back.
I mean, I take it back.
I tell you.
I took it back.
And
I had to teach a lesson.
and then what? Oh, you see.
Character
You see.
development,
No,
character
not even character
development.
development. You took her back out of spite. You took her back, and you
Yeah,
and you know what? The trading
I don't think I
difference was-
understand what we are still talking about here. You said she left you.
Yeah, because obviously I couldn't
There were
take care of
things
him.
that you
Yeah.
you couldn't do because you didn't have the financial capacity.
Obviously, it won't be said as
Of
that's
course,
the reason.
no, of course.
Yeah.
But the background,
You can tell.
and just
And then she came back.
and then she,
Imagine at one point she could say, you can't be broke and be horny. You know, that kind of thing. Our chicks are nasty one. It hit me hard. I'm like, what did you say? She's
Yeah.
like, I'm just saying. She's like, I'm not talking about you. I'm like, but what did you say? But it was real.
I don't know what you're
This is what happened. It was a weekend. It was a weekend. It was a weekend. You know, lockdown days.
It's you, but it's not you.
It was a weekend. Lockdown days. So we'd spend like almost every day together. And she doesn't eat fast food. She likes restaurant food and stuff. So I would take her out almost every now and then. You check. So this other weekend, I'm like, no, let me go to my brother's girlfriend's place so that we have lunch there. So that at least I save a 30 baht or something. Then we get there. She says, no, me, I'm not hungry. I don't want to eat. But the minute we just stepped out of the place, I'm hungry. I need to eat. That's when I'm like, but
We're about to just chow now.
I ate the lunch. But yeah, karamba. So now I'm like, but why? I couldn't say why because remember also you can't. Then I'm like, Twitter says, and then that's.
And you also do want to be the Twitter say guy.
Yeah.
Twitter say.
That's when she says that.
Twitter say I eat it.
And then she's like, you can't be broken, be on.
Yeah. So I asked him, what did you say?
You better know.
Because you're trying to save money by taking me to your relatives.
But I'll jail.
That's a daughter. That's a daughter of Satan.
But do you get what we are saying here though?
Yeah.
Dara, money.
Oh yeah, money. Yeah.
It just
It moves everything.
happened.
The thing is, I actually accepted the loss And then later I started working, right? Then things started getting better. So, because where I was working, I get a nice bike where I get a nice Mercedes and stuff like that. So obviously, it's not written company car or anything.
But they are
So
cool.
yeah, you know,
You're bowling, bro.
You're changing your lifestyle and things like that. You know, she's thinking, hey, this guy is.
Shabuda.
Now she's starting, hey, what's up? So me, I'm like, okay.
Hey, you can't be.
We can't be broken, though.
No, but then you took her back, right?
Yeah, I did.
And then what happened?
Okay, should I get into detail?
Dara.
Get it out.
Okay, this is the truth. She had control over me, that chick. I'd never been in a relationship like that.
So you lost control.
Yeah, she was super hot on. We even got matching tattoos. Eh?
Hey!
It's crazy, yo.
Ah!
But the worst part, we weren't. I hadn't been given the cookie, man,
Oh.
for like 6 to 8 months. It was 3 months, 4 months. Into
So what
my
do you think
relationship.
was happening during those 6 to 8 months?
Obviously,
Where was she?
Obviously,
Where was
I
she
could
getting
tell.
pleasure
Obviously,
from?
it's not like I was
Hey,
chilling.
that's not the base of the story. The story is really about you. Andrew, let's focus.
So the
Focus
reason why I
on
had
what-
to take it back is because I wanted to cheat. I wanted to chow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the main.
And
And
then
you
you
chowed.
chowed.
And then when I chowed, I just let it.
Chilled.
Yeah,
With your matching tattoo.
yeah, it doesn't matter, man. You can cover it up, whatever.
Nah. But for real, like,
But I need to ask you this, bro. Like, what was the biggest takeaway from this for you? Like the biggest lesson that you learned here?
Well, the lesson that I learned is you just be yourself. You don't lose anything, actually.
By being yourself.
Yeah, just be yourself. Because honestly, I was just being myself. Yes, I lost. In a way, I was broken. But I was like, no, let me just focus. She'll come back when the time is right. Then she came back. Now it's on my terms.
Yeah.
So I can't say more, but you know.
But I
it's
think
crazy,
you've ripped it up. That's true.
I think you know what? Honestly,
So lots of money is something that you can manage. Eventually, when the money comes,
Yeah.
money will still come.
I think what we
need to be patient.
we can agree on is that when you lose someone, something, or anything, or anyone, there's need for some form of help, like a crutch, for you to rehabilitate yourself to be back to normal. And God forbid, people will castigate me for saying this, but I think it's very important that you get professional help,
Right.
because professional help will give you the tools and skills to be able to maneuver through that loss onto another level. Psychiatrists, psychologists, they are trained to understand your mental behavior, because there's stages of loss,
Yeah, stages of grief, yeah.
stages of grief,
acceptance.
stages of, and so forth.
Yeah.
So those things are trained to people, and they share it, of course, but they can help you get through those stages and learn to become a stronger person.
100%.
And it's not weak by being a man. It's not weak for being a man who goes to get these.
Well, this help, this professional
help,
help, it should actually be a thing. Thing is, I like what you're saying, because I think we've categorized these things, psychology and whatever, as a certain group of people, a race, whatever. But to be very honest, talking about things,
The upside.
sometimes it may not necessarily be a psychologist, but there are people that you feel safe around.
Yeah.
There's a friend that you feel like, every time you talk to them, he said every time he had a problem, whatever it is, he would call his mom. She may not necessarily have the answers, but after a conversation with her, some answers because
Yeah.
you've had a conversation. And men drown in most of these emotions, most of these problems, because of fear of being labeled as soft. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like it's very, very important to know how to deal with loss, whatever loss it is. It's important as a man. It's important as anybody.
Yeah.
Actually.
But anyway.
Is what I've also learned in the process of dealing with depression and stuff, of losing stuff, is accepting that you've lost.
That's
Get
the
to your
first.
point
Is that the
where
first
you-
stage?
Yeah,
That is the very
It's the first stage, yeah.
Acceptance. Then when you realize that, yes, then you start
start
looking for
building
your,
or working
from there.
towards
Obviously, it
getting
takes
better.
time. It takes time. For the first one, it took me maybe 2 to 3 years.
Yo.
It takes a lot, eh? Like now, like this one, it's in November. So I'm still there, but I'm coping. Eventually, I'm going to get there, but it
course.
won't take me. I think it'll take me another 3 months.
Which is great, man.
Yeah,
It's the fact that you're acknowledging that you need to be working on that, which is great, 100%.
I have just one last thing to say, and it deals with loss as well. Time waits for no man.
Of course.
You waste your time, you lose it. And that loss, you cannot get it back.
You can't get it back. Time.
So remember that.
Lost time.
If you
is,
ponder too much on certain things and lose valuable time, which you could be using constructively, remember you can't get it back.
100%, my G. Look at you all being emo and pouring
Zen.
out.
Zen. Yeah, thank you.